Eid Mubarak, you guys. Hope everyone had such a good Eid weekend. Hope it was eventful and festive.
Dude, it's Tuesday today, and I feel like it's been a Friday and a Saturday for the last 6 days.
Truly, I feel like when you're on spring break, like we were on spring break. I think all the kids were on spring break. Like we were on spring break 100% this weekend. So much
It was like
happened.
the latest nights. I slept at 6 a.m. the night that we thought was going to be Chand Raat. I slept at 6 a.m. I was like, what is this schedule? All of Ramadan has been off, but that day especially, I was like, I cannot.
Oh my God, yeah. And then the next day to wake up and do all the prepping and the
luckily,
my God.
I mean, luckily on our end, we were like so upset that it didn't end up being Sunday for us. And then we were like, it was a rainy morning.
Yeah, we got to prep.
We got to prep. We slept in. We had like a really like calm Sunday. Like I have never prepped for Eid the way I did that week. But okay, we'll get into like Eid and all the things. But okay, we wanted to talk about pre-Eid. Like I went to the masjid for Laylatul Qadr. So I went to the masjid for that night. And then it was like a couple days later, then, okay, Chand Raat. And then after Chand Raat, we thought it was going to be Eid. It wasn't. Then we had Eid. We've had so much happen in the last, everybody has had all that stuff going on. And then on top of that, we're doing the podcast stuff. And then we had a whole little
controversy. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, which we were like, okay.
I don't know what that was.
We'll get into all that. But we wanted to start with just Eid Mubarak and like so happy you guys are here. We've been loving seeing all the girls' outfits.
Oh my God. Let's start with what's actually the most important right now. It's the outfits we're wearing, what we wore on Eid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like should we do a
let's
moment
do it.
for the outfit? Also, like where did you get your outfit
It's such a commitment
from? The
to
prep?
It's such a commitment to like do Eid and then the next day get up. So we were like, okay, this will be a good idea. We'll do it back to back. We'll get an Eid episode up and out. We really wanted it to be like during Eid time. And then we got up today and I literally called Amna and I was like, I feel like fucking death.
Yeah,
I can swear again.
We have to do. Yeah. Ramadan is over for Sana. I was like, we have to dress up again.
Dude, it felt like nobody's been getting married, but since Chand Raat, it's felt like
club, another club. Like it was too much.
I was like, I don't want to wear makeup.
We did it to commit. We're in the Eid spirit. This is the last of it for us.
We have our Khala's house too, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, we're not done. But at least for the podcast, it's going to be a little bit of a break.
We're getting into hot girl summer on the podcast.
Yeah, we've been in exclusively Desi outfits this like whole last month.
No, we have been, but today I felt like I was going to like International Day at school. Like we came out of Amna's car and I was like, Amna, wait. We came out of Amna's car and Amna's standing and waiting for me to come with her. And I'm like, Amna, no, like I can't do it. And she's like, Sana, get out of the car.
She's like, this is too much. I'm like, we have to get out of the car either way, Sana. We have to go inside. We did this. We committed. We got ready. We put our lipsticks back on and the earrings.
But it's cute. It's so cute.
It's cute. And I love your outfit.
No,
Where is your outfit? Tell us about your outfit. Who are you wearing?
Okay. Oh my God, this is our version of the red carpet.
Exactly.
Oh my
Who
God,
are you wearing?
Okay, my outfit is from this UK designer. Her Instagram handle is by Bono UK. Dude, I found her like through another friend on Instagram who was wearing her outfit, and like her outfits are so simple and so cute. And so she gifted me this one for Eid, and I'm literally obsessed. And it's so simple cute. And it's so like dress up, dress down. So yesterday we took a bunch of photos after we had the Eid dinner, and like we'd been eating all day, and I was like, guys, having a loose flowing fit on Eid is such a life hack.
I know so much, and you can get away with it on Eid way more. Just a little more airy, a little
Desi
more.
Clothes in general, okay, either they're like so itchy or tight, or like, oh my God, like hold me together, or I feel like you do get more like wiggle room. For sure. Slouch back a little more.
Yeah, there's nothing too unbuttoned when you sit down because it's all nice and loose. That is valid.
So yeah, okay, that's my outfit.
It's so
and
cute.
Then I got this little hand thing, which I was obsessed with on Eid. And then we got our mehndi done.
We did get our mehndi done. Oh my God, mine,
now.
I just did the one hand. It's just like a little minimalistic moment. But it's so cute. It's so like perfectly done. I've never had something so like, it's lined up. It's like half emergency mehndi, half like regular schmegular.
And who did it?
And Bushra Khan did it. Bushra Khan, she's an artiste.
No, she really did.
And she
then
did
mine
so fast.
Was by Amara. She's in Chicago. Henna by Amara. And okay, it was so pretty when she did it, but I didn't listen to her instructions. Like I do the like saking thing. Do you do that?
Not as much as I used to, but my mom would make me do that all the time.
Your mom, Amna's mom's the reason I would do it. Like around Amna's wedding time, we had gotten our mindi done, and our khala, or my khala, Amna's mom, was like forcing us, and Amna was like, no, and we were like, no, Amna, we have to commit to this too. So we did the sugar lemon, we did the saking. That shit
I hate the feeling of the sugar lemon on my hand, though, the stickiness.
Yeah, but it's so worth
like
it.
the cloves, I think it's cloves, right, that you burn
and then
on
you
the
put
stove.
Yeah, so like, okay, tell us if you guys do this, but we do the like sugar lemon obviously on your hands, and then you sake it like over the stove to like get heat on it, because the more heat there
and
is,
there's some science behind the cloves or whatever it is, the little black, I don't know what you bite into things. And you hate it. That I don't know what it's called, but there's like some magic to that it makes the mehndi come out darker. I just get lazy, but that's why I only have one hand done, because I'm like, dude, I cannot do this much commitment.
Dude, the tattoo ones are getting better and better.
I haven't even gone into the tattoo ones, because I feel like I want to mess it up.
So cute, and they're also so easy. But there's something like really sweet about just going and getting your mehndi done for Eid. So anyways, we got our mehndi done. Okay, what are you wearing?
Oh yes, I am wearing a Maria B outfit that I got from Pakistan when I just went, and I don't know, mine's like a little tight up here. So if you guys see me like moving and grooving around a lot, it's because I did the opposite. I wore something a little snug. But what's funny is the day before Eid, like I bought this outfit like a month ago, and I was like, I'm gonna wear this on Eid. It's perfect.
When you went to Pakistan?
When I went to Pakistan, I'm like, this is great. So I was like, I don't need a Farsi salwar because I have my outfit already. And then I was on Instagram or TikTok, one of the two, and there's this guy. His name is Ozzy Shah, and I love him. And I actually always agree with his takes. And he put out a video that was like how I would dress my worst enemy for Eid. And he was like, it would be a Maria B outfit. And I was like, oh, okay. Coincidence?
You're like,
okay. And then he was like, it would be turquoise. And I was like, no, is this play about me?
No.
And he's like, and the fabric would wrinkle. And so I'm like, he's smoothing everything out. I'm like, not me. So I hope this like is the exception. But when I was watching that, I was like,
shut up. Your outfit is so, I saw that
I'm just
video.
kidding. Like I really do. This is a great outfit. It's so funny. But it was just so funny when I was watching it, because I was like,
is this play about us is so real.
I'm like, I want you to tell me why, because you're describing my outfit. But no, so I had my outfit prepped and planned, and we have our kusse, no pink socks.
No pink socks.
I know.
Oh my God,
I forgot my hand jewelry. I did my nails the day before Eid, and I was like, because when she was doing mehndi, I don't know if you feel this way, but like when she was doing mehndi on my hand, because my nails weren't done.
Your nails actually. Sorry. Tell me about that. They're so
I was
good.
like, I feel like they're little stubs. You know, like I feel like my hands look like little stubs without my nails done.
No,
so
I felt
so
like
good
that
about getting
too.
my nails done.
I went so like glittery, and I was like, okay. And then I literally was sitting, but no, I felt the same way when I was getting my mehndi done. I was like, this will look so much cuter. Even if it's like you don't get your nails done, but if they're just like clean, mine were like crusty dusty.
Mine were like cracking and breaking.
Yeah,
it was really
I need to go get like cleaned up. And then I keep putting my feet out and looking at them. And Osman yesterday, my brother, he was like, what the hell is up with you and your foot fetish? And I was like, no.
You're like, they just finally
they're just
put together.
So cute after so long.
Yeah. This also, like, I had chosen this outfit as my Eid outfit, and then I changed 3 times yesterday. Like throughout the day, I had 3 different outfits yesterday.
We had to tell them your look. No, and with each outfit, you guys, it wasn't like she just changed like what she had on. She changed vibes and attitudes each three times.
Thank you so much. I really tried, because like my Eid morning is always an abaya. And this year I told myself that I was going to get like a really cute abaya, maybe a butterfly abaya, and maybe a pastel. And I always end up in a black abaya, black scarf, sunglasses, because I need to go incognito. And we kept
she kept giving cunty funeral vibes. I was so like, much. Okay. She's like, let's go. Like, she had her like sunglasses on. She was like, hello.
But
like, I don't like, I'm here, but I don't want anybody looking directly at me. Don't talk to me.
And it was funny so because we kept, when we were running into people after namaz, you would be like, hi, how are you? And they'd be like, Sana. And I'd be like, hi. And they'd be like, huh. I'm not. I'm like, I know. I'm in incognito. I'm sorry. I wasn't testing you.
So funny. Yeah. And then there were people that I was like, did you see them? Did you see them? And she's like, no.
I know. Because it was too. I don't know if I'm just not looking at anyone, if I'm disassociating what I'm doing. But Sana was like, yeah, and so said hi to us. And I was with her the whole time. So she's like, so-and-so said hi to us.
We had a
so-and-so
trainer a few years ago, and we were so into like, and like everybody in Chicago so interconnected. And so I was like, oh, did you see him? And she was like, no.
I was like, no, they said hi to us? When? Did I say hi back? Did I ignore them? What was I doing? I was paying attention to that guy with the microphone. I was like, uncle?
You guys, we're at Eid Namaz. And mind you, we have a whole little situation going on like a video we posted. It's like right around Eid time. We were just hitting all the wrong. It was just like, that's all going on in the background. Which is like, it's so in the background, but it was just funny timing with like, okay, now we're at Eid and we're seeing everybody and we're at Eid Namaz together. And I'm like fully like going to someone's wedding.
And I'm like apparently going to someone's funeral.
Like, where the fuck? Don't fucking talk to me. And we're with like all my in-laws and stuff. And then there's this man standing outside Eid Namaz with this massive ass fucking microphone talking to the news. And he's like, and Eid Mubarak.
And he's giving everyone the microphone. And he's like, and say Eid Mubarak. And there's a photographer. And I was like, Sana, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We should be out here with this uncle.
Nobody wants to talk to this. like not to be bogus. Like nobody wants to talk to this guy.
Yeah, I know. Everyone was kind of like, like as soon as he came around. And even Muzi was like, do you guys want to go? And we were like,
yeah, but no.
I'm incognito. Yeah. Like, also, I feel like I should say I wasn't incognito because of the apparent controversies for the pop. I was like, wait, let me just say, that's not why I was incognito. That's that's become my uniform because I used to do the wake up at 4 a.m. Yeah. Oh, also, your one piece of your hair is like sticking up.
Dude, what is happening?
Sorry, no, higher up.
It's giving alfalfa.
Yeah, right there. You got it. Here, use our little makeup pouch, please. Have a good time in there. But that's become my uniform because it's just so early, and I. You know what? I was going to say, and I hate the way my makeup comes out. I just feel like it's like a Eid curse that no matter how much prep you do, no matter how your makeup and your skin looks leading up to Eid, the day of Eid, it's always my concealer is creasing. My lips are a different color. Like, I did a whole lip concoction for the first half of Eid. And when I got home after your in-laws' house, I was like, why are they neon? What did I do? What's going on?
No, dude, I felt that because I did a makeup look that I had already done in Ramadan. And I'm like, okay, I'm wearing all black. It's like a cool tone look. It's cute. I did it. And I'm like, everything's wrong today.
No, but I loved your makeup look.
No, and I loved your freaking look. I loved your whole look. But no, I'm just saying, like, like I was like, I don't know. It's like never, it's just like something not right.
Even adding too much pressure.
She looks so cute. I mean, we loved our look. Look, okay, let me say, like, we loved our fucking, like, it was so much fun. We loved our looks. It was that. But you know what I'm saying? By the end of the night, you're like, something's like not sitting
and
right.
Even if it's fine, like, okay, you are okay with your look. Yeah. Of course, we're taking photos. Not a single photo is coming out the way we want it to look. I looked through all the pictures you took of me last night. And in the moment, I'm like, killing it. And then you're looking at it and you're like,
you know when else that happens? When it's like, I feel like when it's your person's wedding, like your family member, specifically if it's like your sister's wedding or your cousin's wedding, you will have the cutest look ever, but you're like not getting the right photo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then suddenly you forgot how to pose. Like the camera's on you and you're like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah. And then you're like, just forget it. It's fine. Just like, let's just
do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. And then some like random, had we gone to our like seventh cousin, well, he's not our seventh cousin, but like that wedding that your mom and our Nani are in Pakistan, probably have the cutest pictures ever.
Would have been like nobody's
An amazing
here.
Transition even, couple of videos going around. We would have been chilling.
I did my makeup the night before for Chand Raat, and it was like, we did it so fast. There was 3 of us in the mirror. We were like, boop, 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 like doing it together, yapping. And I loved my makeup.
I loved my makeup because I was using all of your makeup.
Okay. Amna has a...
Dude, I think this is a fact, or it's like a phenomenon that happens.
It's a phenomenon, yeah.
Because every single time I am using your makeup, and you'll tell me like this is like 10 years old, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. Every time I use your makeup, no matter what condition, if it's new or old, I love the way my makeup looks that day. And then I will go buy all the same products, and I will do the exact same thing I did at your house, and it's always horrific. And I'm like, why is it not working when I'm doing
it? Do you think it's my brushes?
Maybe.
It has to be because I pay a lot of attention to the brushes I use, and I feel like you are more flexible with your brushes.
I am, but I'm telling you, I have purchased brushes that you have gotten, and it still doesn't sit. So I just need to start doing my makeup at your house.
No, 100%. I
Like,
like that
exclusively
idea.
with
In
your
the
makeup.
double-decker closet that we have next door to each other, then yeah, you
And
can
our
just come
houses in
like
the
because
same
I
street?
feel like my outfits look better when I'm at your house. Like if I'm at your house getting ready, I feel better about like the look. I'm like, okay, this
That's how I feel about
just
the
works.
makeup. I'm
So
like,
I
this
feel like
works.
we'll get ready we'll change at your house. And then we'll do makeup
at your house. And then we got to figure out our hair situation, whose house we're going for that.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Like
don't
we
know yet.
recently figured out that like you're better at TikTok than I am at
Instagram.
and like vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I will sometimes say something that's like a TikTok something, and Sana's like, "What are you talking about? What are you saying?" And I'm like, what do
I
you
hate
mean?
that.
What
And
am
I was
saying?
like, I hate that. Like, I was like, literally, congratulations. You have like the cool cunty TikTok edge. And I'm like the grandma on Instagram.
It could also give like brain rot. Omnis watching what like a 16-year-old is watching.
hate
You
it
know
for
what I mean?
myself.
It's like a very brain rot.
Yeah.
Deep into that.
No, in the best way.
Yeah, but we did have a very actually. Let's backtrack.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go. Obviously, I didn't go to the last Tarawih. I did it at home,
Dude.
and you went. And we haven't even done a deep dive of what that was.
We haven't.
What?
Okay.
Tell us everything. Set the tone. Set the mood.
Okay. You know how we're talking about like on Eid day, something about your makeup, something about your look just like doesn't sit. Like it just doesn't like, you don't get like you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's not giving it. When it's Barirat in Chicago, at least in my experience, like the households I grew up in now with my in-laws too, like the 27th night that everybody goes to the masjid, or a lot of people go, I'm like, see, I'm like everybody, and I'm giving that like Rihanna video, and she's like, and for all people. But literally I'm trying to say like, whoever the fuck is going to the masjid, like so anyways,
Anyone that's present.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my point is that day and that if that day just ends up starting and ending so chaotic. It just like is always chaotic. It's always chaotic. Like every year I'm like, okay, dinner here, and then we have to go to Naman, and what time is it gonna end? And then it's usually a weekday.
And then parking, and then like what time are we going? Who's carpooling?
Yes.
Who are we
and then are we eating dinner? And then from dinner we have to run to Naman. Like it's just there's gonna be no
and it's the most
parking.
important night because you're like all your hopes and dreams are going into this one night.
Like you're telling me to pray for everything I've ever wanted to be like, you know, everything. So like you're really trying to be in a good headspace.
Yeah.
And like dude, and the masjid is always overpacked. So no matter how early you get there, somebody was there earlier. And then if you were even the earliest, there's kids that are staying there from the night before. So you're just never going to win. Anyways, I get there and it's just chaotic. And like, I'm holding on to my patience by a thread. I swear to God, it was the most proof I've had that I'm Muslim. I was like, Sana, please be a patient bitch right now. Calm down. It was so like I'm just curious who else has this experience, because I feel like there are probably some masjids that are so like
organized,
calm and classy and organized and blah blah. And I'm grateful it's there, and I'm grateful it's grown and blah blah blah. But like the way that it's like, it's not the people running the like the volunteer stuff, but it's like the people that we all go there, and it's like we just don't care. We're just like, there's just everybody sitting on top of each other, and like all so like me and Rabia are in a back aisle because that's just, you have to give space to the aunties first.
Yeah,
so all
you
the
want to be
aunties go inside,
respectful.
like, so I'm like trying to get a chair for my mother-in-law because I don't want her to sit on the ground. We're like seeing if my mom, there's all that chaos, and so we're sitting in the hallway, Robs and I, and we're like in the literal spot. You guys, this is my fucking nightmare. We're in this spot where it's like right in front of the elevator, and like like right here is like the exit and entrance staircase. Okay. I'm in front of both entrances.
Yeah, you are in the middle of everyone's entrance and exit.
The immediate target. Okay. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, first of all, Robs was like, let's go to the end of the staircase. I was like, absolutely not.
No, wait. How?
She was like, let's go to the end and be directly in front of the
I
staircase.
see.
And I'm like, no, we need to be amongst a crowd.
Oh, she meant like you guys just separate into like your own little corner.
Yeah, right at the entrance.
Oh, no.
No, safety precautions.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
no. So anyways, we're like sitting there, and then, so you guys know, like I've talked about the anxiety thing. I am always thinking about ways I'm dying. So I'm just like, okay, like, oh my God, like I'm like, this is
It's
a
happening
bad
all over
spot.
again.
Okay. And then on top of that, every volunteer, kid, auntie, every chair, water bottles, everything. We are like the fucking most important canal in that route. We are like, we're the terror. They're stepping on us. They're stepping on they're just all like, we are like crowded by everybody. I'm telling you, by the end of the night, I was like, please God, please just let me be great. Like, I'm trying so hard to stay focused and not be angry. And it was just so chaotic and everybody's coughing. And it was just like, it was just crazy. It was just like crazy.
Oh my God. And you did say though that didn't the donation thing go on for like an hour and a half?
Dude, it was like 4 rakat. We're in 4 rakat. Again, it's a weeknight. We're all trying to like, be efficient, but we also like want to be there for this big night.
Most of it.
They know it. And they know it. So we're sitting up there. And on the women's side, you can't even hear, like you can only hear, we're like, what's going on? Anybody here? Anybody here? What's going on? Does anybody know? We're just like waiting, but they're like downstairs in the men's section, like asking for donations. So it was like after the first 4 rakat, and then they're asking for donations for like 45 minutes. Man. Like our friend said her husband had to get up and use the bathroom twice in that time. I'm like, dude, 45 minutes. And whenever there's lulls like that in the women's side, it just gets extra chaotic. So then more people are being added. Now there's no route from the elevator out. We're just all on top of each other. It's just like so
They need to figure something out, maybe tents or like have a open
No, I don't know.
Space.
I don't even know if there's
a
solution. I'm just complaining to complain. But truly I was like, this is just like it takes too much to be in a good headspace right now. Okay, like I want it to feel so peaceful because we've talked about this Amna night that when you have like the cute, like a nice John, just like you feel good when you put your makeup on
and you're in like a peaceful environment,
clean, and, organized, peaceful environment. Quiet. Yeah, and then you have it like nicely set up, and you have your little like ouds not ouds, your little like home scents going, and like all like it feels so like I feel good right now. And then the literal like most chaotic Desi auntie wedding crowd in a small space version of that you could imagine is like what was happening on the women's side. I was just like, oh my God.
I know.
So anyways, that's how that went. But still, you know what? We got our prayers. We did the whole thing. We went to go see my grandma after. But that was the beginning of like, I think the days I had off. No, I had to work the next day, but whatever.
And you had to work next day. But that was the beginning to our Ramadan, our Eid weekend, which was like a weekend.
Because then... Sorry, I'm just going to say, because then I planned a Chand Raat party, right? And up until like 3 days before, I'm like, this is a great idea. Like, we'll find out when we find out. And by then, we'll just like, get together on whichever one is Chand Raat, which ended up being the worst idea ever. And I told my friends, because basically I was like, Amna, what do I do? Because I'm becoming really codependent. I don't know if you realize, but on Eid, I couldn't get a hold of you for like several hours. And then I just kept calling you. And after that, Osman was like, I think she's napping. And I was like, oh, you're right.
And I was napping.
Yeah. So then when she called me back, I just thought we were going to check in. And then we just stayed and did our whole makeup together.
Our entire makeup routine together. And then we saw
then go back to being at her mother-in-law's or her in-law's house. And I was like, is this codependency?
I'm not mad at it though. I like it here. I want to stay here. I'm okay with this for now. Yeah, I like it.
Anyway, so I was like, I'm not, so like, I don't know. And she was like, okay, well, she actually, this is something I really love about you. Like a lot of times when I can't figure something out, you're really clear in being like, just this. And I feel like I do that for you and other things.
Yeah, because I can't do that for myself. Yeah, don't ask me to make decisions for myself. I'm gonna.
But she was like, dude, keep it on Saturday. You were like, keep it on Saturday night because either way, if either Sunday or Monday, like we'll still have something, like it's Saturday night.
Yeah, because basically we were all convinced that Eid would be Sunday.
We were so sure.
And then it's Friday and now it's Saturday morning and we're not sure.
Well, no, up until that point, we weren't sure. Up until like Friday-ish, right? We were like, it could be Sunday.
It could be, yeah.
But by Saturday, like 2 p.m., I was like, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, because by that point, other masjids were announcing that they're doing Eid tomorrow. So we were like, okay, maybe ours will too. So, but then
it really is obviously 50-50, but like there are so many times that, it's just like, okay,
you don't know what's going to happen.
One. Yeah. And the vibes, I don't know, that everybody else was saying that too. The air kind of felt like, okay, it might be.
Exactly.
This is not fucking scientific. This is just I'm giving like the girl in Mean Girls saying that it's raining because she touched her boob. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So Sana was like, okay, I could either do my Chand Raat party on Saturday, but what if Eid ends up being Monday? But then I was like, but what if it doesn't? And they announce at like midnight that it's tomorrow. Then what are we gonna do?
And I was like, I don't.
So then we just kept it to a Saturday.
Yeah. So
then
you had convinced me on Saturday. Yeah, so and I was like, guys, don't ever let me do this again. Don't ever let me do a Chand Raat party where I'm like, on a whim, this one, that one, come whenever. Because I'm not type B enough for that. Like I'm too type A for that, because then I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then it was like 9 p.m. and I'm like, where the fuck is everybody?
Oh yeah.
Where
and we're
the
like,
fuck is everybody?
What do we do? How do we start? But we had a great time getting ready.
Oh,
and we ate and we chilled and we had the vibes going.
No, and it was such good Chand Raat vibes.
It was such a cute early party. It was so fun.
Chicago, like in this time frame, and then I don't know, something about like just like spring air, and it's nighttime, and it was such a good breeze, and you could sit outside, where it just felt like such a good Ramzan night. I'm like, this is such a good Chand Raat feeling night.
And again, it was like Bushra's doing our I was gonna say makeup, our mehndi, and we're all sitting, and you made such cute goodie bags.
Oh my God.
And then our other friend brought even
cuter, she was gonna say, because no, I'm not literally, I was dying laughing,
but the bag was just like the cute purse.
It was such a cute purse. So we have a friend who's also like oldest sister vibe, like she's like actual superwoman. Like we really say to her all the time, like she's actual superwoman. This woman is like amazing. I feel like everybody has like one of those in their friend group that like all the girls are amazing, but this one is like, we're like, dude,
how do you do it all?
Literally.
Yeah.
Mashallah. How could I be swearing and doing that like in the same whatever? But anyways, so my point is, so like I had these goodie bags set up and stuff, and she just is so crafty, and it brings her so much joy, and she's so good at this stuff. But she brings these like super fucking cute little Hermes looking bags, with
the ribbon on it,
them.
and then you open it, and there's
and it's Hermes looking like scarves, and it's like tied on each one, and then you open it,
and there's like a little lipstick in there, there's a blush in there. It's so cute.
It's so
and then
cute.
I opened yours. Sana gave everyone these adorable little mirrors. I wish I brought mine.
I know. I was like looking for the mirror, and I'm like, I don't have it. But yeah, I gave them stuff for like
cute little mirrors, like claw clips, some face masks, chocolate, and I was like, this is all.
It was so fun, and it felt like being a kid. It felt like, oh my God, it's like Eid. It's Eid, and okay, because we don't like. We were talking about how like when we were growing up, we got like money, and then we talked about how like my money went straight back to the parents. But like then at some point I got smarter, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this. When I got way older and like too confident, that phase. Then I was like, I'm keeping this money and what? Yeah. Until then I didn't. And either way, like when we were growing up, obviously giving money was like the exciting thing. But now Amna and I have like, she has a niece. Oh, you have nieces and nephews, and I have nieces and nephews. And
now
so
we have
we're
to be
like,
the ones to give the Eid.
Yeah, we give the Eid. It's so like the money part is like, oh my gosh, we're just cashing it out.
Yeah.
But one, it's at our age, I don't know, when I got Eid this year, even from like my grandma, my Dodgers, when I got Eid, I was like, oh, really? Still? Like, I don't know why. I thought it was so sweet.
I was having this conversation where I was like, okay, when you're a kid, you're not asking for Eid, but me and my cousins would ask for Eid. I look at my nieces and nephews and I'm like, you guys, beg. Like, what are you doing? Don't like demand.
Like, give me the fucking power trip. Make me give it.
My cousins and I, we went to my oldest uncle one time, and we were like, we don't understand why you're not giving us Eid. And then somehow we ended up with this credit card, and like 15 of us went to the movies. We got extra large popcorn. We were like, we're living.
Wait, that's like, so
we
fun.
were like, it's Eid. We need Eid. So my nieces and nephews, they don't really, they like for a minute they weren't doing it. They were really nice. They're really good kids. And then me and like my cousins would be like, you guys need to go to your grandparents and be like, guys, it's almost 10 p.m. We've received nothing.
No, that's hilarious.
So, and then you like stop getting Eid around like college. There's like a phase.
Or like when you get married. Sometimes
or when you get married, you stop getting Eid, but that's when you need it the most. You're like, I do have bills to pay. I don't have kids to steal the money from.
I know.
What do I do? So when I get Eid, like my dad sent me Eid and stuff. My husband gave me Eid, and I'm like, this is such a fun little
good when your husband giving you Eid. I'm like feminist, and then I'm like,
thank you so much. I love this feeling.
Yeah, I know.
I have friends that do like Eid gifts with their spouses.
Oh,
and I'm like, that's so sweet.
We're getting closer. We're rebranding. Yeah. We are rebranding. No, because that's what I was gonna say about the nieces and nephews and stuff. Is like, I was so excited.
It is so fun
to wrap their gifts
and giving them gifts.
Yeah, like I got them these like pop-up Eid cards and like packed like it just like packed it and had so much fun with it, and it was making me so happy to watch them open their gifts, because I'm like, these are the coolest Eid gifts ever.
They're
like
so fun.
Watching them be like, what? I'm like, oh my God, like how cute. It's so fun to watch, because we were like, money.
I did do that. Where like with especially after I got married, like with the really young kids, we'll give Eid, but we also like would rather give a gift.
Yeah.
Because then it's so fun watching them open and they actually like it. Because when you hand a kid money, they're just like putting it in their pocket.
Yeah.
And then you are unsure where it's going.
Yeah, except for my youngest nephew.
Oh, yeah. He was having a great time.
Yeah, he was like grabbing it from the money.
We kept giving him toys and he was like, okay. And then we give him money and he was like, oh.
So funny.
So fun.
But okay, yeah. So
we did the Chand Raat. We did the Chand Raat.
Chand Raat. Yeah.
We did the Chand Raat, and then come to find out.
Wait. Okay, it is Chand Raat, and we're all hanging out and stuff. Were you going to talk about how we found out it is Eid?
Yeah. But say what you're going to say first.
No, that's what I was going to. Okay, yeah, it's Chand. Okay, no, yeah. So it's the night before Chand Raat or Chand Raat, whatever. We're like trying to get out like our reels for the podcast, and we're like, we like planned it. We thought it was so cute, and we like intentionally do these like little obviously things that we're like, oh, like it'll be fun for the girls to hear about Chand Raat on fucking Chand Raat. Like, no shit, right? But like, we were like, oh, we want it to be like you guys are watching the relatable stuff while you're like doing it too. It's your Chand Raat. We're like, we don't know when Eid is. We're talking in our group chats about is Eid today, tomorrow, haha, who are you guys following, blah, 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 right? And then we're like, oh yeah, that we talked about that. Let's like, it's like, that's the situation we're all in right now. So let's share this video. So we put it out. I'm over there like prepping my food. I'm just getting like, we're like chilling. We're like, all right, like we're just doing
about our day.
And then I started seeing comments come in and I'm like, I don't give a shit if there's people that don't like what we're saying. Obviously, we're talking about stuff people are going to like and not like it. A lot of these people are taking it the wrong way or whatever. So then I wasn't paying too much attention to it. And then it was like the Chand Raat party. So we'll like talk about that. And then at the end of the night, I'm like, I'm not. And like our cousin sent it to us and was like, you guys, the comments are getting crazy. Like these people are getting crazy. And we're like, who cares? And then by the end of the night, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Everybody's pissing us off.
I didn't realize that was going to be such a controversy because basically, and I'll double down and say it again. Basically, I said that I don't like that we as people in the same, let me clarify because I didn't say this part. We don't do Eid on the same day in the same zip code. I stand by that because even on Saturday, we had friends who live like 10 minutes from us and they were like, our masjid said Eid is tomorrow and they've announced it and we have Eid namaz timings.
Also, we're not giving fatwas over here. We're not saying this is how Islamically it should be. First of all, the podcast name is Confessions of a Desi Drama Queen.
If you're coming to a podcast called Confessions of a Desi Drama Queen for your Islamic knowledge, you've taken the wrong turn. Like you're in the wrong. Do not come to my town.
No,
this is
literally like
that place.
So what are you? I'm gonna comment on something being like, what are you doing here, Ariana?
Yeah,
and I was like period,
Canadian
Jamal,
something like I don't know if it was a mosque, but
Muhammad Ahmad. Like shut the fuck up.
They were like, I mean, people were mad, and I was like, okay, and let me backtrack to what I said because. I said that because we weren't sure if it was going to be Sunday or Monday. And in Chicago, we have people that live 10 minutes from us and their masjid already announced Eid.
Yes. And so everybody's waiting. Also, like this Eid had so many moving pieces. Okay. Amna's brother's in one town, her dad's in one town, my mom's in Pakistan. So we're like trying to keep up with, obviously, and everybody has family everywhere. You're always keeping up with which Eid is.
Yeah. My whole family in Texas, all my family on my dad's side is all in Texas and they all celebrated Eid on Sunday.
Yeah. We
followed our local masjid.
We're not trying to change the rules.
Yeah.
We're just saying sometimes
we did
the rules
what we
are
all
fucking
did.
Difficult.
Or all I'm asking is, the question is, why is that so? Why does that exist?
Or why is it so? And also, it's like, that's an annoying thing that we deal with.
Every year that we have to deal with,
it's a thing that Muslim people deal with. And we live in the States, and so this is our experience. And like, we're just sharing.
Which is so interesting because when I said to friends of mine in Texas who were not Desi, I don't know if there's a correlation there, but it feels like there is. And I said, oh, well, they haven't announced Eid for us. Oh, no, it was after they did. Yeah. So we followed Chicago Halal Committee and they announced Eid to be Monday. So we were like, okay, Eid is Monday. But my entire family in Texas and a lot of friends of ours also like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, their masjid celebrated on Sunday. So
a lot of we're at Chand Raat with our friends. And so the way we found out too, it's like 10:30. Like we're still waiting. Like everybody's coming. We're starting, like we're still waiting. Like, is it going to be? Is it not going to be? And then again, there's like people with us and there's like just like a few of us together. And of that, even some of our friends are like, oh, dang. Like, okay, so now we found out it's Monday. So now Eid Mubarak to half of you, not Eid Mubarak to the rest of us. And now some of our friends are splitting and like trying to like, you know, okay, we're hosting this family and one side of the family, or like their husband's family follows one way and then their family follows the other way. And so we're literally all at the same place trying to figure out who's celebrating Eid when. Like, so yeah, that's an experience. Like, you don't have to agree. It's annoying. If you don't, that's great. You like headaches.
Or if there's like a preference, if you're like, oh no, we follow it this way, that's great. Like, yeah, that's that. Fine. Like, I can't even tell you exactly which way that I do follow because I do it based off whatever the masjid next to me tells me. Like, you know, literally. Even if I disagree, I'm like, well, this is the day we got to do it. That's what we're doing. So
we obviously do it, but we're just saying that like the nuances of being, okay, look, like everybody was yelling at us that we don't wear hijab. Like,
dude, this is just who we got such weird comments. Like, there were some people that were genuinely giving us like good information or being like, hey, like this is, you know, the history, this is the sunnah, which is like great knowledge. And I was like learning so much. And having a great discussion with each other. That's more than welcome. But then there were comments, so many of them, and I kind of wanted to like channel my inner Drew from TikTok, and like I was gonna have like a whole little long, you know, that list that like falls down and be like, and Emma123 said, because there was like 7 men who were like, these girls don't even wear hijab, these girls are like crazy, you guys are just spewing wrong information about Islam. And I was like,
giving fatwas. And we're looking at this like, huh?
Oh, like, you guys think you can spread misinformation and this type of knowledge? And I was like, spread information?
I'm like, guys.
So what day are we doing it? What are we doing? What do you mean?
Why are you here? We're not trying to, guys, there are so many, okay. You guys are all having these same conversations in your groups. It's such a normal. We didn't even think this was a hot take in any capacity. We were like, this is just a normal.
You know, it's really unfortunate because I feel like there's 2 worlds that exist on social media, especially when it comes to like Muslims, right? Either there's the super funny, witty, like the Ramadan meme side.
The guy with the shaitan that's Voldemort. Like,
yeah, like there's like those really funny comments and videos and memes, and I love to live there. Those are our people. We love that. Or there's a really stark jump where it's people being like, how dare you disgusting whores not wearing hijab? How dare you come on here?
And it's even really discuss anything about Islam. Like,
why would you even say you're Muslim, actually?
Yeah.
And it's really disheartening because, fine, whatever, you can talk your shit. Like, say what you want to say to us. But there was a comment, and I'm not going to say her name, but she was like, hi. She was like that girl in Mean Girls who's like, doesn't go to, and everyone's like, does she even go here? And she's like, no, I just have a lot of feelings. Because there was this girl who was like, I'm not Muslim, but I don't know what's going on. Why are we fighting?
Yeah, she was. She's like, can someone please explain?
Can someone please explain to me? And I'm like, dude, it's so disheartening because now you're making it difficult for people that might actually have a question about this, feel comfortable enough to ask the question.
Yeah.
Also, they shouldn't be asking us. Don't ask us for advice.
At the end of the day, like we have grown up around all kinds of Muslims, okay?
Yeah.
And all of you have. Like, everybody's grown up around all kinds of Muslims. There's 800 types of us. I understand there are rules that we all follow. But like, there's a lot of different types of us, okay?
Yeah.
And we're all figuring it out, and it's not your fucking business. It's actually also not your fucking business
it's not
if we wear hijab or not. Yeah, it's also not that serious.
It's not that serious.
We're gonna talk about things like that's our experience. So we're not giving any kind of like, this is how it has to be. Please
don't
put that, and don't put that responsibility. We don't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
We're just talking about our fucking experiences. We're Desi girls. We are Muslim.
Yeah.
We're Muslim girls. We're figuring it out. This is just who we are.
This is what we
identify as Muslim, okay?
Yeah.
And we do Ramzan, but Amna was saying too, like, we do Ramzan, but we are excited about our Eid outfits. We do like to get our nails done. We have a lot of friends that don't. We don't like, that's fine. There's 800 types of us, okay?
Yeah.
And if this is not the type for you, then don't fucking watch or listen.
Don't listen.
We didn't have people like us who were the in-between. We're always like, one side. Like Amna said, even growing up, it's like either you're super this way. We're 100% somewhere in between. Sometimes Amna's leaning more this way or that way, and I'm the same way in opposite things. So,
and we want this like to be a safe space for us to just sit and chit chat.
I mean, it's gonna stay a safe space for us,
but I'm
for
saying
you guys.
like, I'm saying like in the comments, like there were people, and we were having a good time. Again, bringing out our Drew energy and like, you know, laughing at the comments or being like, what are
what the fuck?
Dude, they were
trying to eat our chot. It was during our debrief.
Yeah.
Too. We're like, first of all,
also there were so many guys that who are commenting saying like the no hijab stuff or whatever, and their profile pictures were them with their like, I'm assuming their wives, like holding hands. And I'm like, what are you doing on a podcast called Confessions of a Desi Drama Queen at this hour, right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that's
and
such
also,
weird behavior.
Like, why are random men on the internet talking about asking or demanding answers for why we do or do not, like, what,
or why what we're
even
saying is valid or not valid because we do or don't wear hijab.
Like that. Like,
and you know what's even more upsetting is you would think that this is some like 65-year-old uncle sitting in the depths of Pakistan, right? And then you open TikTok or you look at their profile picture and it's like some 20-something-year-old guy.
Dude, it's like the dinky random UK bro Canada.
Yeah,
shut the fuck
like
up.
It's some random guy in college and like his profile picture is him like,
and he has like 8 flags,
shirtless or something, and like with like colored contacts, like smizing into the camera, and you're like, what's happening? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
I get it if you don't like vibe with it, that's totally fine. We're not saying that like there's not trolls
like,
and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Also, this is just our fucking opinion, and you guys should we want to hear, like, we like talking, the feedback, we love to talk. We like debating, and we like, so like, we're not saying have the same fucking opinion as us,
or that we're trying to change the rules.
Yeah, we're just like, what do you think? This is something we deal with. It's an annoying thing we deal with.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people that totally got what we were saying, but there was also a lot of people that were acting like just out of pocket. And you know what blew me? Like, this actually blew me. I'm like, Amna, how is it that like I remember listening to Call Her Daddy when it like first started coming out, and I was like, damn, this shit is so raunchy. It's wild. Like, I get that that's so controversial. Or like, there's a ton of podcasts that say crazy shit and you're like, oh, period, that's crazy. And I'm like, Amna, we talked about a moon war. We talked about if Eid is going to be on the same day or not, and kikied about that. And that's the equivalent of us talking about like raunchy shit on a podcast. Like,
yeah, like I started an OnlyFans or something. Like, that's crazy.
And that's the way that Muslims are reacting to that thing
we're saying,
what we're talking about.
And then
we didn't even think it was anything that like a hot take. Like, I thought we totally were going to be like, oh, people totally get what we're saying.
Because in between, we were like,
and again, if you don't get what we're saying, talk to us like
we've said
people.
Worse things. No, that's the worst thing we've said. Is kind of crazy.
Guys, we have like a clip from the last.
Maybe by now it's posted, maybe not.
Yeah, hopefully by now.
But I am going to post it.
Yeah, as you should. I was going back and forth, guys. I'm like, Amna, am I holier? I don't know. And I'm just like, Sarah. And I was like, yeah,
funny.
It is funny. Yeah. It is funny. But we were literally just talking. Yeah, it is funny, obviously. But I'm saying that
we were talking about like uncle's ass cracks at the masjid.
Oh yeah. Okay, we were talking about uncle's ass cracks at the masjid in the last episode. And I'm like, Abna, we were talking about something so normal. I thought more people were gonna get riled up about me saying kids should get their Eid.
Yeah.
I didn't even think this would like have like, this is such a normal take.
It's so silly. It really is not that deep, and it isn't that deep. But it was just so random to be like, whoa, this did not land in the right place.
Yeah, only Muslims would take something like, not only Muslims, like our community turns shit like that into something so serious.
And like, we get it sometimes, like there's like the annoying trolls, whatever, but we're like, we just want to live here.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick little turnaround and let's swerve this way and like go back to like, where is everybody with the funny memes and like the Eid Met Gala and the outfits and like, where's that crowd? Because we lost you guys when we missed you and we love you. So it was so crazy to see that. But also then it was like a divine intervention sign of God that on Eid's day, in my midday, I'm running around like trying to get last minute gifts and whatnot from Target. And this girl stops me and she brings up that she's seen the podcast and she was with her daughter and she was so sweet and being so supportive. And I had such a great conversation.
Oh my God, wait, that's so sweet.
It was such a great conversation.
I just want to say like, that's so sweet.
It was so sweet. And I was so grateful that she even like said hi and that we had such a fun conversation. And I was laughing, and even my husband was like, I'm surprised you did not invite her to dinner. And like, I was like this close to, I was genuinely going to be like, you're my new best friend and we're getting out of here and we're going to live our lives together. But it was so nice to also be like, okay, so like the girlies are still here and like, I see you guys, you see us. Dude, and like, don't leave us.
For you. Okay, Amna is who she is on the podcast, is like who she fucking is, okay? But like, she is on social media, like pre-podcast, like on social media, you're more like the girl that's like, all right, I'm here, I have vibes. She's always on trend. She's always got like the best vibes, best vacations. But it's like, she's like the vibiest girl. But it's like, you don't like talk to you don't like all of who you are, this is like, you're putting it all out there on the podcast,
Very
right?
true.
And so it's like, this is the first time that I think people, like anyone has ever, and nobody's like, I feel like for someone random to come up, it's like, oh my God, that's so like, okay, check, you know? And it's like the first time someone was like, hey, like I've seen you on this. And so I just feel like that's like such a moment. It's such a
Thank you so
moment.
much. No, I feel like I would have waves like on TikTok more so because I was more comfortable on TikTok to just like talk to the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
feel like really good about it. And then a week later I'd be like, absolutely not. I can't believe I put that out there. So
I feel like that's so normal. That's so
right,
relatable
like you
to
go
be like,
through
wait,
and you're like, why did I just say that? So and so I did have a hard time talking. I still do, funnily enough, on my personal page, don't talk to the camera like that.
Wait, I was gonna say the way you talk to the camera on the podcast page, I'm like, this is exactly
because I just love. It's also because we're doing it together, so it feels so much more like
I'm just like,
it feels like a little not girls club, but like a little.
No, it does. It does feel like a girls' club. Amna was saying it's for the girls, the gays, and the theys.
Yeah,
and
it feels like
to feel like that.
Like, you know, when you have your, I don't know how to describe it, but like back in MySpace or like when being on social media was like the. Yeah, it was just fun. You're like, we're just having so much more fun on the podcast page.
Yeah.
And it's so fun seeing like our For You page and like, it's just such a great time seeing both of us blended into one. So it just feels like a really sweet girly spot. So I feel way safer in it. And in my own, I'm like, silence. There's nothing. There's just vibes. And like, I enjoy it. Absolutely. But I don't know what the science behind it is, but it's like
I'm
a really
so
strange.
happy about that. And it's like so fun seeing you. Okay, and the For You thing page you were saying, I was telling Hafsa yesterday on Eid that I was like, dude, I love that Amna and I have a TikTok that's like a shared TikTok because everything Amna would see on TikTok, like our algorithms are completely different, you guys. Like everything Amna sees is like the only shit that doesn't pop up on my For You page.
Yeah.
And then you see stuff I see, but I just never see shit that you see. So now our podcast TikTok algorithm is both of us, and I love it. When I want to scroll, that's where I go. I'm like,
oh my God. Yeah, no, it's so much fun to be in there. So yeah, it's a great space to just exist in for us two. Yeah. And I hope eventually or very soon that translates to like people that also want to do that. You know, because we love stupid questions.
Yeah.
We love
expect that from us.
Yeah.
Don't expect coming here and looking for like, no, we're yapping. We're not trying to spread anything. We're literally just yapping. Okay.
Just yapping and having a good time with it, asking all the stupid questions. We love asking stupid questions. We love hearing stupid questions. And
if you disagree with us, we love hearing a conversation. That's the point. Tell us your freaking experience. We're just sharing our fucking experience.
Yeah. And we have a good time with it. So, and I forgot what I was going to say next.
Sorry.
Oh my God. No, that's okay. But all that to say is, it's so fun to be in the podcast page.
Oh yeah.
So I hope that translates and like it's just such a fun vibe. But yeah, it was so nice to feel like, okay, this is reaching the girls that are just like us, you know? And that was so fun. And then our whole Eid day was just like such a whirlwind, and we kind of switched things up because normally like I go to the masjid, and then depending on which state I'm in, if I'm celebrating with my family in Texas or I'm celebrating here, we do like a morning breakfast or whatever. Like it's never really so consistent. But this year I went to the masjid, found you, and then we all went to your in-laws' house and we had brunch together, and I had changed my outfit for that because I was like, okay, I did the abaya in the morning,
cute little velvet
then I changed and I kept it a little cash, and we had brunch at your in-laws,
and we hung out with my niece and nephew.
Oh my God, we opened presents with them and it was so much fun. God. And my husband was supposed to work that day, and then it just so happened that he came home, so I was so excited.
And Muzi too, because if Eid was gonna be on Sunday, like he would have been working, so because it ended up being Monday. Wait, sorry, can I backtrack real quick?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so Chand Raat, so we have the Chand Raat party, we do the little gifty thingies, and then, you know, we stayed up till like
5 a.m.
Had Kawa House Chai, so you stayed up till 5, I stayed up till 6, and then the next day ended up not being our Eid, which by the way, when we found out on Chand Raat, like, oh, well, it took so much time to process. Like even my sister-in-law was telling me that my nephew was like, wait, it's not tomorrow. Are you sure? Like, I feel like that's how I was reacting. I was like, are they sure? Are they sure? And it was so funny. But then the next day for us ended up not being Eid and in Chicago. So because we knew that, we had all this ammo to like stay up later because we were giving like spring break vibes for the whole week. And we end up the next morning, it's like a rainy morning. It's like a really cloudy, perfect Harry Potter-ish weather morning with like a perfect breeze. And I woke up at like 1 p.m., laid in bed till like 2. And I was like, oh, this is so nice.
It was so, and then it gave us time to prepare actually.
Yes.
Like ironed our outfits.
Yes.
Got the house clean, just like our mothers. Even though Eid is not at your house, you feel like everything's nice and fresh.
I was vacuuming at 5 a.m. and Muzi was like, Sana. And I was like, I just have to. I couldn't sleep that night without the house.
You slept at 5 a.m. the night before Eid?
No. Sorry, I'm still talking about Chand.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
the cleaning part you were saying.
Yeah.
Like after the Chand Raat party, I did everything.
You cleaned that?
I cleaned everything.
Right
I did
then and there.
all the dishes, put everything away, wiped everything down. I vacuumed. I did everything because I had the Kawa House chai. I was so cracked out.
I know. The whole night I was taking like shots of the Kawa House chai and I was like, nothing's happening, guys. I keep yawning and then I'm up to like 5 a.m.
No, literally, it creeps up on you.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking that. I'm like, I'll just keep drinking it. I had all this energy. So yeah, I was saying like the house felt so Eid ready. Like I was like, okay, this feels good. And then I have never, ever the day before Eid prepared like I did this year. So do you do that every year?
I try to, but usually I don't know. Again, not consistent. It's not consistent. Sometimes I'm really good about it. Sometimes I'm not. I think I usually just end up doing my Eid like ironing and stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I procrastinate. So
or
yeah.
I'll be like, Lucy, do this part. I'll do this part. Like I'm more frazzled usually. Dude, I was like, oh my God, you're such a little princess to like myself. I was treating myself that way.
As
because,
you should.
Yeah. And it was so fun because, and again, I don't have kids and stuff right now. So I'm like, I know that this is like maybe limited time for me. So I'm like, let me just like enjoy it. And I feel like parents would always be screaming and yelling, but it was just like, no kids, no parents, just me and Muzi and like Theo. And Theo screams enough for everybody. Yeah. So like I had steamed the outfits the night before. We had no plans on actual Chand Raat. Usually also Chand Raat, you end up staying up so much later because like for what ended up being our Chand Raat, we like go to Divan, we hang out, we do whatever. But because we had already hung out the night before, everybody was just kind of chilling. Yeah. So like at least we watched White Lotus. Oh my God, we'll talk about that like next week. But we watched White Lotus. I istried everything. I prepped my bag, my purse options, all my jewelry, my shoes, like everything. And I was just like, did all my skincare, prepped my like literally did everything. I was like, I'm so ready.
Yeah, when you came, because Sana came to the masjid fully dressed, unlike me who came in like no makeup, big sunglasses,
vibes.
Abaya.
Shoes and vibes.
But Sana came like fully dressed and I was like, wow, you live far from where the namaz
that's
was.
The thing. That's why I was like, I need to be prepared because I know I have to wake up an hour earlier than everybody else.
Yes.
Well, not everybody. A lot of people wake up. I didn't wake up that early.
No, but still, it's a far drive. So you
came
dressed
stressful.
and I lived 5 minutes from where namaz was. And I was like, guys, whew, what a morning it's been.
Like, because you live closer, I feel like it's more reason for you to like get ready after.
Exactly. That's my logic behind it too. So then, we had such a chill, calm, prepared Eid night or the night before, like our Chand Raat.
What did you end up doing?
Honestly, nothing. I also ironed my outfits. Yeah. I watched a movie. Like we kept it super chill.
Oh yeah. We were talking
super light. I had a lazy day. I got my nails done.
Yeah.
So I had a really good chill day, and it felt really good. Yeah. And then we were absolutely confirmed that Eid was the next day, and we also because Eid was the next day. I called my family in Texas, and I was watching all the videos and footage. Everyone was posting their outfits.
You guys, everybody looked so cute. Farsi shalwar or not. The Farsi shalwar popped off this year, right? Like we talked about that, but everybody looked so cute in them.
Everybody looked so good.
That they were silky, they were vibey, and then everybody that wore it, like I don't know, it was just such fun outfits.
Love waiting to see what everyone's wearing. Even Vogue had posted something about Eid and Eid outfits, and I was like, it's about time Eid outfits get some recognition because the work is put in.
Yes, I was thinking this year that like, okay, obviously we like joke Muslim Met Gala vibes, right? But honestly, Eid outfits are so pretty and like intricate and so like fun and edgy. Like some people go more traditional, but it's like the one event you can go like whatever vibe you want. Like I've seen so many girls go like abaya vibes, the butterfly abaya vibe. You can go like more heavy. You can go like, I'm gonna go edgy, cute. There's just so many fun ways to do it. Like, and so I was so excited to see everybody's weddings. I feel like we're all less experimental is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
So I feel like everybody, because there's 2 Eids a year, it's like the time that everybody gets to be so like unique and individual and like fun. And so it was fun seeing everybody's like creativity pop out in that.
Yes. And then on Monday, everybody did it all over again. Yeah. So it is nice that we get 3 days of like outfits back to back. It helps with the inspo for the next Eid. You're like, that was cute. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. That was cute. I like that. Where'd you get that outfit from?
It's a good feeling like, okay. And then, oh my God, there were a lot of people that didn't get their Eid outfits, and I felt so bad. Like a lot of people, which is such an annoying thing about like, this is such an also like Eid thing that and we're gonna be here one year being so mad because of that.
Our Eid outfits didn't work out.
But like literally, it's so annoying when you're like, I was thinking about that, like you're so excited to get your Eid outfits, and then it's like either somebody from the delivery is a problem. It's so risky the way we do Eid outfits, you know?
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like everybody that had talked about like that their Eid outfit didn't work out, they looked so cute. And luckily, I guess the one silver lining of if you didn't get your Eid outfit in time for this Eid is that you still have the next Eid
to wear
it. Hop off on that one, because I feel like we kind of like you know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, this one, whatever, I'll wear something from whatever, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I got something new, I'm so excited to wear it.
Yeah, only for this little like my button is open.
Oh no!
It broke.
No,
it's okay. Nice. But even just because this is like, actually, let me open the bottom one. Let's fix the vibes here. But just because of this little velvet, I'm like, it's giving transitional winter. Yeah, and then for my next one, it's gonna be warmer. I'm like, that one's silk. I can worry about that one later. So yeah, it's good that we have variation and options.
There's no restriction on anything. Like it's just so fun to see.
Yeah, so that has been great, and it was so fun. So we had the whole Sunday to ourselves, and then we had Eid. And again, we are at brunch with your in-laws, and then we go our separate ways. We're taking our naps. We're saying hi.
Okay, yeah. So then what did you do? Okay, so we were at my in-laws. We did that. We had such a good time. Watched all the kids open the gifts. It was really fun. And then from my in-laws, we did a photo stop.
Oh, yeah. We did a photo shoot.
And then a quick one because it was just me ready. So I was like, Muzi and I, he has a very short time window to do the photos. And I'm like, let's do it real quick. And then after that, we went to my mom's with we went to my dadi's house, who we call Maji, and we went there and we had pani puri and hung out with my dad's side. And then what'd you do?
We went home, and then we went and saw some family also, and then we took a nap because I needed that nap, but it wasn't a great nap.
Sorry. Food wise, did you have coffee first thing?
Yeah.
Okay, coffee. Muzi did all 30 fasts. I was like, I don't know how you did that with residency, but anyways, all he wanted was coffee. So the iced coffee that morning smacked so good, dude. Like we stopped after namaz, and the coffee was so fire, and it was just like a perfect batch.
And I love the TikToks of everyone drinking their first iced coffee sip in the morning.
Me too. So we did that, and then my mother-in-law makes like kaleji gurde, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's just one or the other, but it's just kaleji. Wait, am I right?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay, my mother-in-law makes kaleji gurde and like sheer korma, and dude, it was just so fire with the puris, and like it was so good. And then from there, I went to Maji. She made pani puri and sheer korma and halim. So the food was like already just, oh my God.
And it's so hard to go from fasting to like now we're having a full day.
Dude, I was explaining to a coworker, because she was like, what is Eid? And she was like, what is EID? And I was like, oh no, it's I love when people ask too. I'm like, okay, yeah, ask us about it. But I was telling her that it's like Christmas and Thanksgiving in one day.
Because there's presents, you're eating, there's like so much going on. You're again, another club. Yeah, and then you want to take in your nap. No, you want to take in your midday nap, which is like a necessary.
Dude, I didn't get one this year.
But mine was not a good nap. I gave myself 30 minutes, which is the time it takes me to fall asleep. So I didn't get the proper nap in, but that's okay. And I'm saying that again. We went to the 10 a.m. namaz. My husband went to like the 6-something a.m.
I don't know what. Eid is exhausting. Like you get like a crash. You're like, oh.
Yeah, you fully crash. So I took a little bit of a nap, and then we had dinner at my in-laws' house. And so then you guys and my aunt, we all came to my in-laws' house.
Before we got fun. Amna and I were on FaceTime.
Oh yeah, for like an hour getting ready, even though we were just about to see each other.
And there were like silences. I was like, oh, sorry.
And then we just sat and had such a good time getting ready together. So that was a lot of fun. And then dinner was great. And then after dinner, we did try doing a photo shoot, and it was so cold, and all the photos came out bad.
And we were with Amna's niece, and we were talking later how fun nieces are, dude. Like,
oh my God, they give the best energy.
The best energy, mashallah. Like they're just so bright and fun, and like they're such girls, you know?
Yeah, it's so fun watching them like when I was doing my makeup and she's watching, or like when we're giving them gifts, and it's like even like getting gifts for girls is so fun because you're giving them like a vanity and this and like it's like a vanity and a dinosaur and like a coloring book and a ball, and they're so happy, and it's so
and
cute.
The inner kid in you was like, what? That's so cute.
Oh yeah, there was a gift that Sana had gifted her niece and nephew, and it's like a Dance Dance Revolution situation, and like after like 5 minutes the kids are off of it and it's the adults doing the Dance Dance Revolution situation, getting way too into it.
But you know what I will say, like I have older nephews and a niece too, and I feel like when they're older, like cash is more fun.
Oh yeah, when you're older, yeah.
Like I feel like but at that age, you're like, dude, so anyways, at that age, the toys are like literally healing like inner kid in you. You're like, oh,
it's so exciting to give it, so exciting to open it together. But yeah, and then we hung out at your mom's place till like a couple hours.
We were there. After dinner, and dude, it was so cute watching Amna be like we were at each other's in-laws places. So it's so fun being like, okay, look at her bopping around.
Yeah, like what is this alternate universe life you live that I don't get to like see into? Like what is happening?
No, it was so fun. We were all in each other's spaces the entire day.
Yeah, so it worked out. Yeah, it was nice. I was a little like sad in the morning, not because of our day, but because my dad spent Eid in Texas. My brother had to spend Eid by himself for the first time. And then I'm like, okay, if we can't figure out a way to get all of us in one space. So that was really sad because I was like, man, like we really do take for granted that we have family to hang out with and see, because there are so many people that don't have someone on Eids to visit, or maybe they live away from their family and they have to do Eid by themselves. And it's so sad.
No, it is so sad. That's so true. Because if like I was even thinking, okay, I thought about you so many times because I'm like, dude, I was like, I'm not so like emotionally pretty composed.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
like, I'm always like, man, she's so strong. Like she's so like, yeah. And my brother, he's working, and my dad, like they're just busy boys. But then I was like, dude, that's like, yeah, like you're calling your dad on one day and then Mustafa on that day too, and then your Eid is the next day, and it's like the other side of her family does like so much for Eid over there too. So it's like, it's so like, dude, getting older is so like, okay, you're gonna miss out on one side.
To do
like
the other side, and then you have to.
It's different. It's beautiful, and it's so fun. And like, in what world could we have dreamed that we get to do Eid together when we were kids?
Because we were always doing it on opposite days.
But there's so many things that are like, man, like.
It's so different. It's just so your mom was in Pakistan, our grandma wasn't here. So it was like, it's just, like my mom's not here. So it's just such a weird time, and then you want to make it festive, so you're trying to make it festive, and so it's like nice because you have new traditions. Like we had such a great day yesterday, but then you also are like, wait, but my brother, wait, but my dad, wait, but this, wait, but this, and then you think of all the people that don't have someone to go, and you're like, I wish I could just open all my doors and everyone just come and we can all do Eids together. And I actually knew someone like that when I was younger growing up, this family who they always, after Eid Namaz, had like an open door policy because they lived directly across the mosque.
Wait, that's so nice.
And so they made it like an announcement where they're like, if you have nowhere to be and nowhere to go, please come across the street. And I'm like, that's such a sweet thing.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. I think that's so kind. Like for you to be like,
so
hey,
nice, because it just Eid with your family, like. Also, we were talking about this in the last episode too, that it's not easy for everyone to take off on Eid.
Yeah,
right?
like we were like hee-hee-ha-haing about it, but it's not. Like for us, we took off Monday. We took off we were like, okay, we're gonna have like a Eid weekend, and it was so fun and great. But dude, there's a lot of people, or like a lot of phases in life that you can't do that either.
Yeah,
like when I was
say what you were gonna say.
When I was in college and working retail, like I was like always so stressed about which day Eid was going to fall on, because I'd be like, I can't.
Because sometimes you can't afford to take both days off, if even that one day.
But anyways, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that like it's already hard enough to do that. And so Eid, I feel like we've, as like Muslims, have gotten a lot better at teaching other people about what Eid is. So then even your workplace knows that like, okay, this is a holiday and things like that. So I think we're getting better about it. But I also feel like it's like we have to make it festive for it to like feel as festive as it would be in like Pakistan, for example, right? Where it's Eid for everybody and everyone's in the vibes. You know what I mean?
Think about it. Like I feel like something just popped in my head where I'm like, or like our parents made it feel all that magical when we were younger, because it felt so like,
yeah. And now you're waiting around and being like, so is it me doing it? Or like, and then it is fun, but it's such a bittersweet thing. It's bittersweet, basically just growing up and becoming an adult and figuring out Eid differently from what you used to do. And
then there's a party that's kind of like, oh, and I'm sure it's like this for Christmas or like other, like people's other holidays and stuff too, where you're like, oh, I'm married now, so I'm splitting my time. Like when I was obviously growing up, our Eid was so like, I'm obviously with my sister and brother, I'm with my parents, and we're going to my grandparents' house and we're going here. And we did it all together. So now when I don't get to do Eid, like with my siblings and get in the car together with them in the morning, I'm like, oh, like
best case scenario is everybody lives really close by or everyone can fly in and it can be like one giant party. That's the best case scenario. But sometimes you have to like split it up between states or places or
which a lot of people have to do that. I feel like a lot of our friends, and there was it wasn't last Eid, it was the Eid before that. Muzi and I couldn't come to Chicago, so we were in Memphis. So I feel like we recreated so much of like trying to make Eid
because I've never done Eid like
just you and Abdus.
Just me and Abdus. Like usually, even if I spent the morning by myself or like vice versa, like it's just us two for one chunk of it. We usually end up either we have the breakfast or the dinner. If we're not already in Dallas, like we're usually somewhere. But you guys had an Eid where it was just you and Muzi.
Yeah, we had one Eid like that, and we really made it like, okay, we like dressed up and we like did all the things to make it feel really Eid-like. But even then, it's like, oh, or like for example, Amna's brother Mustafa, like he worked on Eid, and he was alone on Eid, and it's like you think, like I feel like you think like, oh, it's okay, like I'll just get, but then it ends up being so like, oh damn, like okay, that was so sad.
Yeah, no, it was his first, and he even said like, okay, I'm gonna make sure for the next Eid. It was his first time doing Eid by himself, and I think we all kind of were like, yeah, it'll be okay, like it happens. What can you do? But then when it was happening, I was like, no, this actually,
I know, because that's how I was like, oh, what was the ball?
So we want to make sure that we work towards like
Muzi too,
keeping it so festive.
Eid, and okay, also we were talking, well, let me say, Muzi too, if Eid was going to be Sunday, he would have been done at, like, he would have had work, so we would have had to, like, go separately and stuff. And that's not even, at least we still get to go together. But it's just, like, you're right. Like, it does feel like that. And also, this was the first Eid that my mom wasn't here. Your mom isn't here. Our Nani wasn't here. And so it just felt so like, okay, are we the moms right now?
Like who's guiding us? Who's leading us?
Yeah, we need to channel the mom's energies here. And I when I called my mom in Pakistan, I was like, oh, mom, like it's so weird not having you here for this.
It's very
Eid.
strange.
And then, and then we were doing that with our cousins. We were like, get up,
wake up, it's time for namaz. And they were like, okay.
And they were so annoying. But
so we had a great festive Eid weekend.
Yes.
We it's fun making new traditions, but you sometimes have to create the old ones.
Yeah, and that's true. And Amna was saying too this year, like everything just kind of fell into place to be like a really, because Eid, there is like a big question mark variable for us every time on Eid. We're like maybe here, maybe there, maybe who's coming, who's not, whatever. But it ended up being such a good Eid, so we're hoping you guys had a really good Eid too.
Yes, and we can't wait to see everyone's. We're still watching everyone's stories, everyone's outfits. I think I posted 2 things. I need to get on it. We have even posted our own outfits and the Instagram posts and the multiple day looks and the outfit changes and the food.
The Muslim Met Gala of it.
Yes, and now we're all eating again. So it's like, what are we eating? What's the first thing on the menu? What restaurants are we hitting up, everybody? Like, where are we going?
What's
Hot
your
girl
first
summer
thing?
is starting.
Dude, yes. Okay, we're here to yap. We're here to...
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
I was going to say to you... What's the first thing that you wanted to eat?
The first thing I wanted to, obviously coffee, but also I've been on my period. Yeah. So my Eid came early. Yeah. But it still feels different when you're not eating with everybody or like, I don't know, it just still feels weird in the air. So I think I am looking for, I don't know. I think I ate everything I really wanted to eat. I really like the Eid food. Yeah, there's nothing. Besides the coffee of it all, I'm chilling.
The coffee is like, it just feels like, okay.
What was yours?
I was going to say Chipotle. I'm excited to have like a midday
Chipotle bowl
with Muzi. Like, good vibes.
Okay. But yeah, we hope you guys all had a great Eid. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks for listening and watching.
We'll be back next week and probably not in Desi outfits again.
We're done.
It's going to be a while
since
you guys
Desi clothes.
Desi outfits.
Okay, see you next week.
Bye, guys.